on in. Good morning. Happy Monday, y'all. We're here. It is the start of a brand new week. Ladies, I want to make something very clear to you. Good morning. You should be generating income when you're on these apps. Yeah, I'm talking to you. When you are on these apps, going live, posting pictures, videos, whatever it is you're doing, you should be getting paid, okay? 2025 is over. We're not doing stuff for free anymore. Those days are over. So if you are not building your business, if you are not generating income, we have a serious problem that we have to fix today, okay? Because it is 2026. I also want you ladies to understand this. This is critical. You only need one digital product. You only need one. See, a lot of you guys are holding yourself up because you think you need about 10 products in your store. And so you're overthinking everything. But that's not true. You only need one. Good morning. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How the hell do I know that? Because my digital product changed mine. Ladies, 6 years ago, before I started my online business, I lost 100 pounds. And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to eat right. I learned how to exercise. I fixed my mindset. And I took all of that knowledge I learned on my weight loss journey and turned it into an ebook, teaching other people how to lose weight too. And I promoted it on YouTube. So anything, and I mean anything, that you want to monetize, you can. There is something very special about you, and you should be monetizing it. But your problem is you live in fear. Clock it, clock the T. I said what I said. You are living in fear. And that fear has you in a chokehold. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas that will make you millions because you're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of failure. And all of this fear that you have is the very thing that's keeping you trapped. So we have to fix it because fear continues to steal your dreams from you. Okay? So we're going to fix it this morning. Good morning, good morning. What I want to know is who on this live is fed up of their own BS. They are tired of always starting and stopping. They are tired of giving up on themselves. They are tired of not building the business or the dream life that they want. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. And I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what the heck a digital product is. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. We listen, we don't judge. This is a judgment-free zone, ladies, okay? So let me know who I'm talking to this morning. Let me know you're awake. Let me know you're here, you're present, and you're ready to change. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning. Happy Monday. My name is Coach Jazz, and I teach the ladies how to build their online business from scratch, okay? We're going to create the ebook, and we're going to learn how to sell it. But most importantly, we are going to build ourselves. The reason why your goals aren't getting reached is because of the things you have going on in this pretty little head of yours. And that's the problem. You don't follow through. You don't think you're worthy. You don't believe in yourself. You lack confidence, no self-respect, no boundaries whatsoever. You have limiting beliefs. You let people tell you what you're good at and what you're not, and you listen. We got to fix that. Because you are getting in your own way. So if I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul this morning, go ahead and double tap the screen, like, comment, and share the live, ladies. The more we interact with this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more women who are also tired of their own BS. Good morning. They want to do something differently. They want to start their online business and actually get to the money that they want to, okay? So let's go ahead and start liking the screen. Now I'm going to give you guys a lot of information this morning. Your head is going to be spinning. It would be in your best interest to write it down. Good morning. It would be in your best interest to take notes because if I know anything about you, you're human, which means you're going to forget. You are gonna forget because life, and stress stresses. So grab your pen and paper. If you are ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because if you're ready to learn, I am ready to teach. We will not move forward until somebody puts ready in the chat. Nobody has said anything, so at this point I feel like I'm talking to myself. While I wait for at least one person to type the word ready, let's do an affirmation. I trust myself to navigate through this. Good morning, thank you. I trust myself to navigate through this. I had to make sure somebody was on this live and that somebody's ready. Amen, amen. Ladies, you can do this. Thank you, thank you. I trust myself to navigate through this. Amen, amen. Let's go ahead and get started. So what is a digital product and how will we build our business? Let's talk. A digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession. It's all out somewhere in the cloud. You are going to create something to sell. And it could be anything. Please do not overthink. There's something that you already know about that you can monetize. You don't have to take a class in order to sell a class. No, you just need to sell what you know. I told you guys when I first started, I lost a lot of weight. I sold weight loss information, how to eat right and how to exercise. So please just sell what you know, what you're good at, okay? And it doesn't have to be an ebook. You could do an e-course. You could do workbooks and journals, affirmation guides, whatever. Just sell it, okay? Don't overthink. Now I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life, but we have to use them. Ladies, the key word of this live is execution. Go ahead and write this word down. This is execution, meaning we have to do it. The days of just collecting notes in a notebook and not doing anything with it are over. The days of bouncing from one TikTok live to another and one YouTube video to another and doing nothing is over. The days of talking about shoulda, woulda, coulda, if, ands, or buts are over. We are going to execute. That's the only way it's gonna get done. You gotta execute the job to get that paycheck, correct? Okay, the business is no different. Now, if you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Let's go. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business. We're going to create the ebook, and then we're going to sell it. Thank you, Precious. And we're also gonna build ourselves, okay? So please, ladies, take notes. App number 1 is Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Write it down. Write it down, write it down. Okay. We will be using this app for everything. And I literally mean everything. Good morning. So maybe you want to start your online business and you want to promote through content, which is what I'm going to teach you guys how to do. Canva has thousands of templates for you for your YouTube, or excuse me, your Instagram Reels, your TikTok videos, whatever. Okay? Maybe you want to start that YouTube channel. I tell y'all to start every single day. Maybe today you're going to listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnails, and these are the thumbnails that you see before you click on the video. This is what entices people to watch, okay? Canva has lots of templates on there, and they're easy. You just drag and drop. It's so easy, a K-woman can do it. Maybe you want to sell your ebook. You want it to look all professional. You want to put your logo on it, all of the things. Fine. Canva has thousands of ebook templates for you to use so you can sell your ebook, okay? So we got Canva. We got to execute it. But before we move into app number 2, I want to speak to the woman on here who's living in fear, per usual. We already said fear on this live stands fuck everything I'm running. That's what you're doing. And you're saying things to yourself like, Jazz, I would love an online business, but it's too late for me. I'm not tech savvy. I'm too old for an online business. Okay. Let me talk to you real quick. Ma'am, you woke up today. That's a blessing. Every single day that you are blessed with another day means that you have another opportunity to work towards your goals. So use it. Use it. Number 2, you are very tech savvy because you are on your phone all day. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. Go take them live somewhere else. You are on your phone all day. You are liking videos, commenting, sharing, archiving. You're typing stuff into the search bar. You are using your phone well every single day. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And for my ladies on here who think that they're too old, what did I tell you? You are gonna sell your knowledge. So if you are older, you have a lot of knowledge, which means you have a lot of things that you could sell. Clock it, okay? On my live, you don't get no excuses. No, no, no. So now that we got that out of our system, let's proceed with class. Good morning, good morning. We don't live in fear. Fear don't live here no more. App number 2, make sure you guys are taking notes. Also, make sure you guys like, comment, and share the live. App number 2 is Chat GPT. Good morning, good morning. Write it down. This is AI. And we will be using AI to make money online. Let's go, let's go. Write it down. Chat GPT. This is AI. Okay, let's talk about good old chat. They do have a premium version, which I believe is $20 a month, but you do not need it. You are 1000% good on free. So just use the free version, okay? You will be using chat for everything. So maybe you want to create content, but you're just not sure what kind of videos to make. Ask chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel, but you're a little camera shy. You're not too sure what to say in the videos. Fine, ask chat. Chat will script the entire video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do this morning, but you don't know what to put in the ebook. What if I told you that chat will write the ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, I cannot make this up. It has never been easier than today to build your online business. So it's time to get started, okay? So I gave you Canva and I gave you chat. Now we're gonna put it together and write the ebook. If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you are not taking notes, you are doing yourself a disservice. Ladies, the key word is execution. How are we gonna execute when you don't even know what you're doing? Because what I know about you is you will forget because you're human and life and stress stresses. So just write it down. Just write it down. Let's do an affirmation real quick and then we will get into it. I have survived my anxiety before and I will survive again now. I survived my anxiety before and I will survive again now. Don't be letting that anxiety take your dreams from you, ladies. All right, here we go. We're gonna open up chat in the search, type this in. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas. Good morning. I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for me to repeat it, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. Let me know you got it. Let's go, let's go. Put got that in the chat. Also make sure you guys follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. They make fake accounts and then they turn around and message you. So please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled. Thank you, Healed. Let's get some more got that's in the chat. Let me know you got it. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Let's go. It's Monday morning. It's 2026. The version of you who's showing up confidently, who believes in herself, who follows through with what she says, who's building her business, living in her purpose, who doesn't care what others think about her, who has boundaries, who does not people please and give all of her energy to toxic people. She is already within you. She's already within you. But she's just buried under the fear and the excuses and limiting beliefs that you refuse to let go of. So we gotta fix it so that we can finally become that dream version of ourselves, okay? All right, cool, y'all got it, very good. You're gonna hit enter. Now before we move forward, I need you to write this word down. Write this down. This says consistent. This says consistent. Okay, ladies, listen, in 2026, we are going to get locked in on what this word really means because a lot of y'all are confused and I'm going to unconfuse you. Some of y'all think consistent means once in a while, when I feel like it, if I'm not busy, once every 6 months. No. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, consistent is working on the goal for at least 4 out of the 7 days. Ladies, if you truly want to reach your goals, whatever they are, whether you want to start a business, lose weight, save money, I don't care what it is, you are going to have to be consistent. Just like you consistently go to that job to consistently get a paycheck, your goals is no different. I need you to be consistent in 2026 so that we can actually get stuff done, because that's the only way it's going to work. That whole starting, stopping, giving up, not showing up when you don't feel like it, you're too tired, I'd rather be outside, that's got to stop. We're not doing that anymore. So let's make it easy, because life is hard enough. Okay. It is so much easier to be consistent when you choose things off of the list chat gave you that you actually like. Ladies, we're gonna walk in our purpose, okay? When you are genuinely happy and excited for your day, your energy completely shifts. You become a totally different person because you get to wake up every day doing what you love to do. So I want you to go through the list that chat gave you and choose an idea that you actually like, that you would love to talk about all the time. Because when you do things that you like, it doesn't feel like work. And when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do them because now you have something to look forward to all the time. If chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, just ask for 10 more. But keep asking until it gives you an idea that you truly have a passion for so that you can be consistent and actually get it done. For my ladies who lost weight, I've lost 100 pounds. Tell me if this is true or not. Isn't it so much easier to eat healthy foods that you actually like consistently? Yeah. Isn't it so much easier to consistently work out when you do exercises that you actually like? Yeah. Okay, so your business is no different. So please choose something that you actually want to do so we can be consistent. Okay? Yes, consistency is key. Now, write this down. This is important, ladies. This is critical. Money flows where energy goes. Money flows where energy goes. If I know anything about you, because I used to be the exact same way, you are giving your energy to any and everybody. Everybody gets your energy. You're giving all your energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your partner, your sneaky link. You're giving all your energy to your kids. You're giving all your energy to your parents. You're giving all your energy to your friends. You're giving all of your energy to your job. You're giving all of your energy to your coworkers that you don't even like. You're giving all your energy to social media. You're just giving it away. And then by the time you sit down to work on something for you, you can't because you ain't got no damn energy because you gave it to everybody else. And the crazy thing is the people that you're giving your energy to, they don't even reciprocate it back to you. And now you're drained. You are frustrated and you ain't getting shit done. We're going to reel that on in this year. We're going to try something different because that is not working out for you because ain't nothing done. I need you to start giving more energy to yourself. Stop giving it to everybody. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on a business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit on the phone and listen to her problems. It makes you human. You matter too. I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't put your kids first, but what I am saying is you matter too. Your dreams matter too. Your happiness matters too. So moving forward, you will stop giving all of your energy to everybody. I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. No, I cannot loan you no money. That is money I could be using for my business. No, I cannot give you no rides. That is time that I could be using for my business. The answer is no. And it's a complete sentence. You don't need to explain anything. The answer is no. Hand out more no's than yeses and watch how much energy you start to have. Because now you're giving it to yourself. Okay? Clock it. Clock it. All right, great. So we got that out of our system. Prompt number 2. Once you choose the idea you want to use, you will put this in chat. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Good morning. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Don't you dare wait 10 minutes into the live and be like, Jazz, can you repeat? No. See, the answer is no. The boundary has been set. Ask now so that we can execute. That's the key word of this live, execution. Yes, I can repeat it. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem, okay? And let's do an affirmation. I should see some more got that, so let me know you got that. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. Ladies, this is why I'm telling you to do things that you enjoy doing. Because that's a form of self-care. When you do more acts of self-care, you start to really love yourself because you're subconsciously telling yourself that you're important. And right now you're not doing that. That's the problem. You never put yourself first. You don't do anything that makes you happy. And that's why you feel the way you feel now. We got to reel that on in. Start doing things for you so you can start to develop this self-love. Because when you truly start to love yourself, you do more better things for yourself. You have higher standards for yourself. This all comes together. This is all what's going on in here. We got to fix it, okay? All right. You're going to hit answer. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business because chat literally wrote the ebook for you. It wrote it. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. Like, this is life on easy mode. I cannot make this up. So you will copy what chat gave you and you will paste it into Canva. So open up Canva and the search, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to give you thousands of templates. Just pick your most favorite one. You can customize anything. The colors, the fonts, the pictures, anything. Okay? You will copy and paste. Copy and paste. For my overthinkers, this is the woman who overthinks her whole life. Write this down. This says KISS, K-I-S-S. This is an acronym that stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Ma'am, if you are an overthinker, stop. It's not getting you anywhere. You're trying to make everything just so perfect. It doesn't need to be all that. Stop. I just need you to make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it, okay? Just copy and paste. Once you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. Download it as a PDF, ladies. Y'all best be taking these notes. I'm giving y'all the tea. I'm giving it to you. Once you have downloaded it as a PDF file, you will then upload it to your hosting site. Write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you've got all of that, Go ahead and put got that in the chat. Let me know you're here, you're present, you're ready, you're listening. Let me know. These are hosting sites, and you only need one of these. And these are just some of the most popular ones. Yes, y'all, there's thousands more out there. Yes, these are some of the most popular ones. Y'all got all of that, because I know it was a lot. Very good. Thank you, Millennial. Very good. I love it. We're going to execute, okay? Y'all got all of this. Let's go. Let's go. I need some more got that's. Let me do an affirmation while I wait. I believe in my infinite potential. I believe in my infinite potential. Ladies, if you even ever thought the thought, if you even had an idea of being a content creator, that's because you can. God does not give us ideas that we can't do. He's not going to plant no seeds in an environment that can't harvest it. So if you even thought about losing weight, that's because you can. If you even thought about starting an online business, that's because you can. There's no limitation on your greatness except the limitation you put on yourself. Stop doing that. Some of y'all could have been millionaires by now, but you overthink. Okay, good. So we got this. Very good. Good morning. All right, so let's lock in. Listen to me very closely. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is that they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from personal experience. Ladies, I have been doing this for 6 years, full time. My online business changed my whole life. Made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But I would be lying to you if I did not tell you that I also made a lot of mistakes on the journey. Lots of mistakes. One of the biggest lessons that I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is also life advice, ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. Oh, because the version of you who's living her dream life, who's confident, she's walking in her purpose, building her business, living life on her terms, she also has a handle on her finances. She's not robbing Patrice to pay Paula. She knows how much money is coming into her household versus how much money is coming out. She makes smart financial decisions. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I did not know financial literacy when I started my business. And I thought that the reason I was paycheck to paycheck when I had my 9 to 5 was just because I didn't have enough money coming in. Failing to realize that the reason I was paycheck to paycheck at my 9 to 5 is because I lacked financial literacy and I had no discipline and I had no budget. And I carried those same horrible habits into entrepreneurship. And as I made more, I spent more. Finding myself paycheck to paycheck all over again. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be so broke until I lived it. We have got to get a handle on our finances, ladies. No. This whole robbing Patrice to pay Paula, we're not doing that. That's got to end. I need you to start looking at a budget, calculating what comes in versus what comes out, and sticking to it. Because you will continue to have financial problems until you fix it. We're stepping into business ownership, entrepreneurship. So like with anything else, there are fees involved. The world ain't free, ladies. We know this. These hosting sites have fees. And don't sit here and act like you can't afford a business, because that's not true, because you are at Chick-fil-A every day spending $25 on a bowl. You have money to get your nails done. You got money to be on Temu and TikTok shop. Don't carry it like that. You are investing into your dream life. These hosting sites have fees. Yes, they do. Okay? I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan is $99 a month. That is high if your business is not making that yet. So if you're brand new to all of this, you don't need to be on Stan. That's not for you. So just cross it on out. If you are brand new to all of it, I want you to start on Gumroad. Gumroad. Why? Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. So that's a great place to start. Now, what I know is this: you're gonna make money. How the hell do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, And you promised you were going to execute. That's what you said. So when you do start making money, then bring everything over to Stan's store later, because Stan has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance. People today, they love payment plans. Buy now, pay later is taking over. People are using it more than credit cards these days. And no, it's not just poor people. Nope. Six-figure earners are using Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm, Sezzle, QuadPay, and all the others too. And if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, you will make more. Yes, you will. So for now, you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad, you will start building your business, and then you will transfer everything over to Stan's store later. What we just did was we made the ebook. Are we clear on all that? We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we wrote the ebook. We wrote it. Now we have to sell it. We got to sell it. Y'all got all of that before we move forward? Let me know y'all got it. Let me know y'all awake. We got to sell it. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sales is 80% of the business. Sales is 80%. Thank you, Sasa. Sales is 80%. So we got to get it right. We don't have a choice. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear. Ladies, that process of copying and pasting and making that ebook, that should not take you longer than 2 hours to do. It shouldn't take longer than 2. Honestly, it shouldn't take longer than 1. But I'm going to give you some grace and I'll give you 2. And on this live, I don't care about your age. No, over here, age ain't nothing but a number. I don't give a damn how old you are. It should not take longer than 2 hours. You are not going to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it. No, it does not. But if it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a serious problem that we have to fix today. Let me guess. You're a perfectionist, right? Everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who's going to waste 6 months of her life overthinking and trying to be perfect and having OCD. Then when you do decide to get started, you're going to take things out, put things back, overanalyze some more, get frustrated and irritated and give up on it again, and let 3 more months go by that you do not get back just to waste more time. And then when you do decide to get started yet again, this time you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion matters so much to you. And then when they give you their opinion, you listen. You care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit, but just waste time that you do not get back. Nope, no, Sasa, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. She said, Lord, I said on your line, listen, I can't make this up, ma'am. Ma'am. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes that's what I do best. You are not perfect. No, you're not. You are flawed. But that's okay, because I'm not perfect either. I am flawed as hell. We are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are is scary as hell. You're living in fear. And what do we say fear stood for? Fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas because you're so fearful of putting yourself out there and failing. You're so fearful of trying something new and looking stupid. You're so fearful of people talking about you. So you let fear keep you in a chokehold and steal your dreams from you year after year. The version of you who's confident in herself, who loves herself, who walks in her purpose, who follows through with the promises that she makes to herself, who's running her online business, who has boundaries and standards for her life, she's not living in fear. Fear don't exist in her world. We are going to have to let go of the fear because it is stealing your dream life from you. And if you want to dig even deeper, the reason why we do all of this fearful crap, this OCD, perfectionist, excuses, all of this stuff, what this really is self-sabotage. You are doing this to yourself. This is self-inflicted. This is self-sabotage at its finest. See, it's not group sabotage. No, it's not spouse sabotage. No, this is self. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because you have a fragile ego and you cannot stand feeling disappointed in yourself. The feeling of disappointment just keeps you so uncomfortable, so you would rather protect yourself from feeling disappointed in yourself by making excuses, by overthinking, by telling yourself you're not good enough, so that you can protect yourself from feeling disappointed because you can't handle it. But it's crazy because you already said that you hate your job. That's what you said. You said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck and you wanted an online business. That's what you said. Well, on this live, I'm trying to help you fix it. I'm trying to help you get there. But how can we bring more money into the household and build this business and get customers to buy our stuff if we don't have a product to sell them? What will they get for their hard-earned money? Nothing. So we have to launch. You have to launch the product. You don't have a choice. Without a product, there's no business. You have to launch. You said you were tired of not having confidence in yourself. You said you were tired of giving up on yourself and believing that you can't do anything. That's what you said. I'm trying to help you fix it today. But how can we do that if you keep giving up on yourself? Every single time you're supposed to sit down and do something for you, you quit, you stop. How can we build that confidence if you keep giving up? You can't. So you're going to have to follow through. You don't have a choice. You're either going to change your ways or you're not. You are going to have to launch the product. You're going to have to finish what you start. That's the only way it's going to change. And I need you to understand that the more you do something, the better it gets. Everything in your life always gets better the more you do it. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you do just fine because you had to keep doing it over and over and over again. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? You had to keep doing it over and over again. Why would business be any different? The more content you put out, the better it will get. The more products you launch, the better they will get. But you gotta launch and understand, you will never be perfect. So stop trying because it's not gonna happen. All of your favorite businesses that you spend money with today got better along the way. Look at Netflix. They didn't always have a fancy app, ladies. They weren't doing comedy specials with Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. They didn't have pay-per-view. They didn't have their own original movies and series winning Oscars. They weren't doing collaborations with Tyler Perry. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, Netflix.com. You used to have to make a list of the movies that you wanted to see. And these were movies that were once in theaters. These weren't their originals. And they would mail you a DVD off of your list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted, and when you were ready to see the next movie, you had to mail that one back. They didn't wait to have all the funding. They didn't wait for everything to be perfect. They started with what they had. And the more they ran their business, the better it got. And now here we are today, watching wrestling on pay-per-view on Netflix. You gotta launch. You gotta launch. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Listen, I already know I'm not the coach for everybody, and I have accepted that because I'm gonna tell you about yourself. And some people just don't wanna hear the truth because then they have to hold themselves accountable. And some people just don't wanna do that. See, when you get off work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, building your confidence by keeping the promises you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. On the weekends, when you do have time off from work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather sit on the couch and watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but no, you would rather scroll on social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we have all of these distractions in the first place is because you're trying to escape. This is escapism. And the reason you're trying to escape is because there's things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman enough to fix it, you would rather run from it. But it's 2026, and it's the year of alignment. And we said we were going to do things differently this time, right? Okay, so how about we take a new path? Let's take a new path. Instead of trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So this is what I want you to do today, not tomorrow. It's Monday. This is your favorite day of the week. You are going to turn the TV off. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your little friends you will talk to them later. You're building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You will start the ebook and you will finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week, because we all know you not coming back. You never do. You will start it and you will finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, ain't no point in talking about nobody's sales if you ain't got nothing to sell. So go ahead and put clear in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Happy Monday. We're here. We're present. It's 2026, the year of alignment, the year that we're going to stop holding ourselves back, the year that we're going to start pouring into ourselves, living life on our terms, setting boundaries, stop people pleasing. Stop caring what people think. We're going to finally build our dream business, build our dream life, and become our dream woman. Okay? Very good. Now, I told you guys earlier that sales is 80% of the business. 80%. Good morning, 12. So we got to get this right. And I'm going to be honest. Most people fail at sales. I'm telling you the truth. But not for the reasons that you think. Some of y'all ready to run away now. Oh, because it's so hard. No, it's actually not hard. Sales is pretty easy. But people's mindset and the things that people say about sales is what makes sales so hard for them. So we have to fix our mindset so that we can actually sell something. Maybe you have said things like, and I've said this before too, well, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm being annoying? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay, well, let's fix our mind when it comes to sales. First of all, selling is not begging. Selling is solving. People have a problem, you have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. No, you're not. People have a problem and you have a solution. That is it. That is it. Okay? So stop thinking that because it's keeping you stuck. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to remind people consistently about your products and services and how you can help people because people will forget. Ladies, everyone's living in their own world. They got their own life. They're being bombarded with content all day long. They're not checking for you. They are going to forget. You have to remind people over and over and over again about who you are and what you do and how you can help people because they will not remember. They won't remember. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're going to forget. You got your own life. Why do you think I keep telling you that the key word of this live is execution? I've said that word like 20 times so far. Because I need it to stick. And I know that the more you hear it, the more you'll remember I have to execute. You don't have a choice, ladies, but to consistently remind people that you exist so that they remember you. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We are all aware. The word is out, Amazon. And most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay a monthly subscription to have 2-day, same day, and 1-day shipping. And even though they already have most of our business, they still remind you all day that they exist. How? Those Amazon trucks that you see on the road. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing that blue truck. They could have left the truck blank. They didn't have to paint it blue. They didn't have to put their logo on it. But they did it on purpose. Why? So that every time you see that truck, your brain remembers Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes on the doorsteps. They didn't have to put their logo on them cardboard boxes. They could have left them blank. But they did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see those packages, which is all day, your brain thinks Amazon. Do you really think they're worried about thinking that they're begging you for money? Do you really think they care that they're being annoying? Please. They know you're not going nowhere. They have a solution to your problem. You love convenience. They got you covered. You still got that subscription going, don't you? You still got that package on the way, don't you? Oh, okay. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been on the internet for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently talking to people about Glow Up Academy and how I can help them without worrying about people thinking that I'm begging them for money? Without worrying about thinking I'm too annoying and people are going to unfollow me? How am I able to do that? Because I know that I have a solution to people's problems. Women want to learn how to build their online business. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to become confident in themselves and follow through with the promises that they made to themselves. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to become more disciplined. They want to hold standards for their life. They want to heal. They really want to become their dream version. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about people unfollowing me. If they do, honestly, I don't give a damn. They'll come back when they're ready to glow up, and that's fine. And because I have that attitude with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that attitude with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, thank you, Leah, you are going to have the same attitude. You don't have a choice. You're either going to sink or you're going to swim. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Monday. It's 2026. It's your favorite day of the week. The day that you said you was going to do what the hell you told yourself you was going to do. So we're building our ebook this morning. We're building our business. And most importantly, we're building ourselves. Okay? And you're going to execute. You're going to execute. Let's do an affirmation real quick. I am confident in the decisions I make. I am confident in the decisions I make. Amen to that. Some of y'all don't trust yourself. I don't know why, because you got yourself this far. You still kicking. You still woke up. So you must be doing something right. You made the right decision somewhere along the lines, because you could have been dead. So I need you to start trusting yourself more often. You have proven to yourself. You have gotten yourself this far. So obviously you know a little something. You know how to make a right decision here and there because you're still here. All right? And I want to address the elephant in the room, which is failure. Failure. That's another word that got y'all in a chokehold. A lot of y'all want to start an online business, but you're so afraid to fail. But the crazy thing is, a lot of you guys don't even know what the word failure even means. You're very confused. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of y'all think failure means you launch your first ebook, and if you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. Some of y'all believe that if you post your first YouTube video and you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 2 weeks, then you failed. Some of y'all are really out here thinking that if you create your first TikTok video, you don't get 10,000 views in 10 minutes, then you failed. But that's not failure. Ladies, failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel, when you say, you know what, I'm done, I give up, I don't want to do this anymore, then you have officially failed. But if every single day you commit to just getting a little bit better, I'm not even asking you for a lot, just do something a little bit different today that you didn't do yesterday. As long as you keep doing that, you didn't fail because you're still showing up, you're still trying, you're still learning, you're still executing, you're still getting it done. And the problem is, a lot of times, we have this false sense of when things should happen because you have become entitled to outcomes and time frames in which they should be accomplished. And you got this timeline out of thin air somewhere. And so because you believe that you should be rich in 72 hours, and if it doesn't happen in the 72 hours in which you said, then that's failure. But everything that you do over and over and over again gets better and better and better, and you always get the results eventually. Eventually. Ladies, for those of you guys who have lost weight, I've lost 100 pounds, you know this to be true. If you consistently eat less food and consistently move your body, don't you eventually get to your weight loss goal? Yes. Yes, you do. If you consistently pay down your credit cards and consistently pay your bills on time, won't you eventually get to your dream credit score? Yes. Yes, you will. So why would business be any different? If you consistently post your content and you consistently show up, you will eventually get to the results that you want. All I'm asking you to do is to do something different that you didn't do yesterday. Maybe yesterday you made a lot of excuses. How about today you don't make any? Maybe yesterday you thought about recording a video. How about today you do it? Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water. How about today you drink some? As long as we do something every single day towards the goal, eventually you will get there. So for all of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have nothing to worry about. Okay? Good. Now that we got that out of the system. Yes, I lost 100 pounds. I feel amazing. I've kept it off for 3 years now. Really changed my life, y'all. Okay, sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king. And distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. So let's go ahead and break this down so it makes sense. Good morning. Let's start with the content is king part. Okay, so we're gonna get the word out about our products and services through our content. That's how we're gonna tell people we exist. And your content is your reels, your pictures, your stories, when you go live, all of that is content, okay? Content is king because we have to do it consistently. Remember, people are gonna forget. They're gonna forget. So you have to consistently post content. Now, what did we say consistency meant? More often than not. So if there are 7 days in a week, we need to be posting at least 4 out of the 7. But before you freak out, we also said we're gonna work on getting a little bit better every day. So maybe right now you're not posting any content because maybe you're camera shy. Okay, fine. We're gonna work on getting better. So instead of not recording yourself at all, you are going to commit to recording yourself for 2 minutes every day, not to post, just to talk to the camera and get comfortable being in front of it. Once you have become comfortable being in front of the camera, now let's commit to recording one 30-second reel that we're gonna post on TikTok. Just one. Just one, 30 seconds. You're gonna get comfortable posting once a week. Then we'll up it to twice a week. Then 3 times a week, and then so on and so forth. Now you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Distribution is queen. Not only will you be posting consistently, I also need you guys to be building at least 3 platforms. We gotta build at least 3. Why? Because one is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they were trying to this time last year, what would you do? You would be freaking out like all of the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. Ladies, I teach my students we have to stay proactive so we do not have to be reactive. In other words, we need to stay ready. Now, it's not hard to build 3. Get that out your head. The same exact video you post on TikTok. You'll throw it on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, wherever, it doesn't matter. Just put it somewhere, okay? It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. I promise you it's not hard. Now, which platforms should you grow? That's up to you. You got a lot of options. I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you like this app so much because you're always on it. And then just choose 2 more. But in case you didn't know, YouTube is the most watched platform. A lot of y'all think it's TikTok. Bless your heart. No. It is YouTube. There are more people watching YouTube than any other platform. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. So I always encourage my students to start their YouTube channel. If everybody is on YouTube, I think it's time for you to be on YouTube as well. Now, I want to talk to the woman on this live who's letting fear take over right now. She's quiet, she hasn't said too much, but I know you're here. You're listening, you're writing things down, but fear is taking over. And you're second guessing if you can do any of this. You're saying things like, Jazz, this sounds amazing. I would love an online business, but I don't know if I can. You're telling me to post consistently, get in front of the camera, all that sounds hard. You're telling me to make an ebook, you're telling me to practice recording myself, that sounds hard. And honestly, I don't know if I can do this. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, and let fear take over, just listen. First of all, what I want you to know is, I can't convince you of shit. I'm not going to try. I don't have the ability to convince you. So if you want to believe that posting consistently is hard, then fine. I'm not going to take that from you. You're right, it's hard. If you want to believe that writing an ebook, well, copying and pasting an ebook is hard, fine. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. You're right, it's hard. But I do want to remind you that you said you were tired of your own BS. And living a life that you're not 1,000% happy with is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not even living it is hard. Robbing Patrice to pay Paula week after week is hard. Crying all the time because you're not happy with the direction your life is going in right now is hard. And you live like that every day. And see, that's exactly what fear does. That right there. Fear will convince you that you can't do shit. And you let it. And as women, we have a toxic habit of never giving ourselves credit where credit is due. When was the last time you even told yourself you were proud of yourself? Don't worry, I'll wait. Some of you don't even know because you never talk to yourself positively. You don't think positively about yourself at all. At all. There were things that took place in your life at some point. Life's for all of us, true or false. And you didn't think you would make it out. But guess what? You did. You are here, still thriving. But you don't even give yourself credit for that. And here you are, letting fear convince you that you can't record a 30-second TikTok video and post it. Look at what you've already overcome. Look at what you do every day. That's harder than that. Nobody could walk a mile in your shoes. And you're walking about 50 a day. Some of y'all are damn near superwoman. And despite everything, you don't even think you can do this. That's why I keep telling you this is a confidence problem. You got things going on in this pretty head of yours that is keeping you stuck. And a lot of times you don't even realize it. It's all in here. That's the problem. We have to fix it because fear continuously steals your dream life from you and you let it. And look, I don't have to convince you of this. You can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. There are women on these apps with more kids than you. And they're still showing up, trying, just trying to build their online business. There are people on this app who are always in the hospital because they're always sick. Cancer, sickle cell. And despite that, they still try consistently to build their business. There are people on these apps who have lost everything. They lost their job. They lost their house. They might have lost their car. And despite the storm that they're going through right now, they're still showing up, putting one foot in front of the other, just trying to make their dreams come true. Now let's be honest. Some of y'all don't have half them problems. Some of y'all, okay, I'm gonna give you grace. Some of y'all know, no. You might have got a complaint here or there. Life's to everyone. Everything ain't perfect, but But you are still blessed as hell. Let's just be real. And you're still trying to tell yourself what you can't do. That's the problem. That's the problem. That right there. That's the problem. We have got to fix it. We got to fix it. Listen, my online business changed my whole life. I can't even make this up to you. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from a cell phone, my laptop, and some freaking Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I now have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do. I have confidence now. I really love myself. I treat myself well. But before all of this, I lived a very different life. See, I used to be depressed. I used to be miserable. I used to have no confidence in myself. And I used to be an alcoholic. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year bachelor's degree, graduate, get a good job with stability and benefits, buy a big old house, be able to take a couple vacations a year, make a whole bunch of money, save for retirement, then I'll be able to retire with some dignity, still be able to live out the rest of my years, and everything will just be all happy and peaceful. So I said, okay, sounds like a plan. Let's go to college. So that's what I did. My mom told me to go to college. All of my friends went to college. I went to college. Got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated and got my first full-time job 6 months later. I thought I was about to be rich. When they called me and offered me that position, oh my God, you would have thought I won the lottery. They were offering me a full-time job with benefits, PTO, health insurance, all the things, and I was going to be making $60,000 a year. This was before COVID. I was 23. I didn't have any kids. I thought that was a lot of money. That's more money than I ever made. So I was ready to live my life. I decided to move out of my mom's house. I was a grown woman. I wanted to do grown woman things. So I went out and got my own apartment at 23. But I didn't stop there. I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge, okay? I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car, and it was paid off, title in hand. And it got me from point A to B, C, D, E, and F, G, and H. But it was old. No push to start. No leather seats. No tablet on the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new upgraded life. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger. Top of the line. Cost me $450 a month. And with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. So now I'm paying all these bills at the end of the month. And I'm broke as hell. Every syllable of the word broke. I ain't have no money to put into my retirement. That had to wait. I couldn't even afford to get my nails done, let alone take a trip. I got another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I didn't think the government was serious about student loan repayments because everybody has student loans, right? Yeah, but they're serious and they want their money back. See, the government, when it comes to student loans, they'll give you 6 months after you graduate college to get on your feet. They want you to just focus on getting a job, okay? But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters to the house because they want to see your tax returns because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper that I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, they don't factor in your car note and your rent, they don't care about none of that. They only care about what's on the tax returns. And since they saw I made $60,000 a year, they said that I should be able to afford $400 a month. What? $400? Yes, that's the price. And it's not up for negotiation. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not make them student loan payments, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credits. In the course of 1 year, ladies, I can't make this up, 121 missed payments off of some student loans. And just so you know, you can't bankrupt those. I called and asked. You are stuck with those until the day you die. So my credit dropped to a 520. So I'm broke, can't save for retirement. I have really bad credit, so my American dream of buying a house is out of the picture for now. I had one last problem. I hated my job. College did not prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up very sheltered, okay? I lived a very good life, okay? I didn't know too much about people and the way people act at work. And when I had my job interview, the supervisor told me that everyone was just one big old happy work family and they all loved each other and we all kumbaya. So I went into the department thinking that was true. I learned that in corporate America, people are fake. They're fake as hell, and they're not your friends. They'll smile in your face. They'll kiki with you. They'll hang out with you after work, so off the clock. They'll invite you out to happy hour. They'll even invite you to their house, but they don't like you. Nope, they don't like you. They'll do the secret Santas in the break room and the Thanksgiving potlucks, and we all sit around and eat, but they don't like you. For your birthday, they will all come together and spend their hard-earned money to buy you a gift. But don't get confused. They don't like you. They'll even invite you to their weddings and their baby showers, but they don't like you. And best believe, when your work friend, your work sister is ready to get promoted, she will stab you in the back. Everything that I said to my so-called work sister ended up in my manager's email. I was now on the most hated list at work. And just so you know, I worked with all women. I was the youngest one there. My work sister was 31. I was 23. And she told me I was like the little sister she never had. Fell right into the trap. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get a new job. But nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke, bad credit, and miserable at my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. I would never wish that on my worst enemy. But I'm gonna give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. That's how it feels. You could try to have a positive mindset, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. You can try to pray to God and ask him to help you fix it, but it feels like he's ignoring you. It feels like he's not listening to you because it feels like he's not fixing it because you're still so damn unhappy. You can try to get a part-time job or work some overtime so you can catch up on some bills, get a little savings nest so you can stop feeling so stressed out about bills. But just when you do start to have a couple $100, something always comes up and slaps you right in the face. Now your car won't start. It is always something. And no matter what you do, it feels like your life's not gonna get no better. That's how trap feels. And I felt like that for 6 years. You know, I used to pull up at that job and I would sit in my car and cry before I clocked in. Every day. Every day. I started bringing those people home with me. So what that means is you've left work, okay? You are at home. You're not getting paid for this. But because their toxic ways have consumed your mind, you can't escape. And now you're at home telling your spouse everything that happened at work. They have taken over your mind. You no longer have peace. And because I was so desperate for this job, because I had all of these bills, I started to get paranoid. I started to think that they were coming to fire me. Yeah, I was paranoid. I couldn't sleep anymore. I used to cry all the time. I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to kind of calm my nerves, to take the edge off. But it quickly spiraled into every day. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job every day that drains you is hard. Crying all the time because you're just so unhappy right now. That's hard. Not even believing that you're meant for something better. That's hard. And you live like that every day. The reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. Back then I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. So I felt like my life was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Week after week, month after month, year after year. That's depressing. That's depressing as shit. Who wouldn't be depressed? Ladies, there's nothing wrong with you. Right now, anybody would be depressed if you're thinking about your life. There's nothing wrong with you. But the problem is you're not doing anything that brings you joy. That's the problem. There is nothing that you truly look forward to. That's for you. This is why I'm telling you to do things that you enjoy so that you can feel better about yourself. Because when you feel good, you do good. And that's the beauty of having an online business. You can monetize anything. There's no such thing as a stupid idea. Thank you. There's no such thing as something being too far-fetched. Ladies, you see this all day long. People doing the darndest things and making millions. And you're sitting there asking yourself, how is that possible? Because they decided to try. That's how it's possible. And you won't even try. Because you live in fear. You aren't even willing to try. I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. You realize that if you work 8 hours or more a day, you spend more time at work with people that you don't even like than you do with your family who loves you. See, I literally worked 9 to 5. So what should have only been a 20-minute ride is an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So I got an hour to work and an hour back. 8 hours at work plus an hour lunch break. That's 11 hours out of my day gone. By the time I do get home, I am drained. I am exhausted. I'm defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you have to put everyone to bed just to get up and do it all over again the next day. Just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you even looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day that you have to do what you want. Sunday, not so much. No. Because you have to prepare for the work week, right? So you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to go to the grocery store, you got to do laundry, and you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk come Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God I serve, He loves me. He loves me. And since He loves me so much, why would He create me to be crying every day, hating my life? Why would He put me here to be drinking my sorrows away? Why would He want that for me? He didn't. He made me for a very special reason. And then He allowed me the opportunity to find it and monetize it. And now I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do. He made you for a very special reason too. And it's not to pay bills. Your life is worth more than paycheck to paycheck. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job, making somebody else rich, while you're counting pennies, trying to make ends meet at home. He made you for something very special. But you know what the problem is? One, you live in fear, and two, life has a tendency to just life. Stress has a tendency to stress. And somewhere on your journey of life, you lost your light. It got real dim. It got dark. And here you are today, believing that there's nothing special about you. Maybe it was a toxic relationship, toxic family, toxic friends, toxic environment, just toxic, something. And whoever told you that you can't or that you're not good enough, you believed it. You believed it. But I'm here to tell you this. You are good enough. And you can do this. God wouldn't give you an idea if you couldn't do it. God wouldn't plant a seed in an environment that couldn't harvest it. So if you even thought the thought, that's because you can. Otherwise, He wouldn't have gave you that thought. But you keep letting fear steal your dreams from you. It is 2026, ladies. How many more years do you want to keep doing what you're doing? Because it's not getting you anywhere. The business still isn't businessing. The content isn't contenting. Sales, 0. Confidence, -50. Self-respect, out the door. No discipline whatsoever. When are we going to change that? Because you can do anything that you want. There's no limitation on your greatness except the limitation you put on yourself. Stop letting fear hold you back. You can do this. I promise you, you can do this. All right. Now that we got that out of our system, I don't want to hear nothing about I can't. Good morning. I don't want to hear nothing about I can't. All right? No. Sales tip number 2. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. I'm teaching you guys how to create your online business, how to build your business, more importantly, how to build yourself. Ladies, we got this. Sales tip number 2. We're taking notes so we can execute. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Good morning, good morning. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, nope, not gonna buy it. And if they don't trust you, nope, not gonna buy it. So how do we get people to like us? How do we get people to like us? Okay, we're going to build our community through our content. So remember, our content could be pictures, stories, going live, reels, whatever. That's content. Okay. In your content, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. Be relatable, be authentic. When you are those things in your content, you will build your community. Now, the problem is a lot of you guys are trying to be perfect. And so you're actually doing yourself a disservice because nobody's perfect. And since nobody's perfect, nobody can relate to you. Who can relate to something that they're not? They can't. So stop trying to be perfect because nobody's perfect. We're trying to build a community, and you're going to do that by being yourself. I just need you to be yourself. The problem is, and I struggled with this, a lot of times we don't know who we are. A lot of times we don't know who we are. And the reason why we may not know who we are is because we've spent so much time trying to be who we think others want us to be. Because we want to make them happy. We want to keep the peace. If that is something that you are struggling with, I need you to start spending more time by yourself. You spend way too much time with other people. Because when you start spending time by yourself, you start discovering what makes you, you. Okay? Now, maybe you are camera shy. Well, I want you to start recording yourself being in front of the camera more often. So let's commit to 2 minutes a day, just recording, not to post, just to talk. Just talk to the camera, like what we're doing right here. Once you get comfortable with that, let's commit to posting 1 30-second reel a week, just one. Once we get comfortable with that, we're gonna up it to 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. But that's how we're going to get people to like us, by being ourselves, being relatable and authentic. And before you let fear take over and say, well, what if no one likes me? That's impossible, ladies. There are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you, okay? And I used to be fearful of that too. I didn't realize how big the world was. Ladies, when you post your content, it goes everywhere. It goes everywhere. You become an international superstar, okay? So I need you to just post. People will like you. There are people all over the world who need you, who you have the solution to their problems. But because you want to be perfect, you're depriving them of the information that they need that could change their life. That sunrise is so pretty. I'm sorry. Now, what if I allowed fear to take over this morning and I didn't go live? Well, then you guys wouldn't be here listening to this and I wouldn't have been able to help you. That's what you're doing to other people. So I need you to stop and just post the video. Okay? Just post. I have women inside Globe Academy from all over the world. I'm in the US. I have members in there from the UK, Australia, Jamaica, Barbados. All because I was able to help them with their problem. Okay? Okay. Yes, the sunrise is beautiful. It's so lovely. Okay. What do we say? People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Well, how do we get people to know us? How do we get people to know us? Okay. I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best. And yes, you can be faceless and go live. Everything we're talking about applies to faceless creators. Don't think you're getting out any of this because you're faceless. No, go live. Going live allows people to talk to you and engage and ask you questions, interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all are hard-headed and you're gonna say, that's great, Jazz, but I don't wanna go live. I'm gonna just say, fine. I told you, I'm not gonna try to convince you of anything. So if you don't want to go live, don't. But you also said you didn't want to go to work. That's what you said. You said you was tired of your job and you was ready to leave last year. Well, I promise you this. If you go live consistently, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. It amazes me how people are willing to bust their ass at their job to make somebody else rich. But they refuse to bust their ass to build wealth for themselves. You see people on live, especially on TikTok, all day, all night, selling, just selling out. You see it for yourself. So go live. Now, some of y'all are like, well, I would go live. I'm not against it, Jazz. I'm just live shy. Okay. If you're live shy, I need you to listen to me. The only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience going live. You haven't really done it. You did it like once 6 months ago and that was it. We've been on this live for 91 minutes. And if you're still here, that's because you believe what I'm saying to be true. You trust me. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. I cannot make this up. The more you do stuff over and over and over again, the better it gets. You did not always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You did not always know how to read and write, but you do it just fine now. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You did not always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. So just imagine if you went live consistently. Oh, I can't make this up. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Yes, not perfect. Just do it. Just do it. How do we get people to trust us? Ladies, there is a reason why I'm telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust, ladies. When a man is consistent, don't you trust him? Yes. Yes. Everybody works hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. If you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, well then ladies, you are going to have to be trustworthy. You don't have a choice, okay? Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out, take your notes, write it down. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Fine, I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. If you're a know-it-all, be a know-it-all. Just know pride always comes before the fall. Now, for those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride, you recognize that there's room for growth and improvement. I'm talking to you. We're gonna go to your profile and we're gonna ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Please write this down. The worst lies are the lies we tell ourselves. The worst lies are the lies we tell ourselves. Don't ever forget that. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, please be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, well then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because, ladies, you have the power to fix it. You have the power to fix it. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a disclaimer. I already know I am not the coach for everybody because I'm gonna tell you the truth. And believe it or not, a lot of people are not ready for the truth because they don't really want to fix anything. So if you are not ready for the truth, you might as well just go ahead and leave now because we're about to get real up on this live. Ladies, you have the power to fix anything in your life that is not giving you the results that you want. Anything. But you choose not to. You choose not to. If it is not clear as day who you are, what it is, and how you can help people, fix it. Make it clear. Because some of y'all have already been on this live, so you already know that part, but you choose to still not fix it, and then you wonder why you're not getting sales. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. You just have to go live consistently, and eventually you will no longer be shy, but you choose not to. You choose not to. You'll say things like, well, Jazz, I don't have time. But you have time to catch up on your favorite shows. It's not making sense. That is a choice. You choose not to fix it. If you do lack confidence in yourself, fix it. I already told you how. Start keeping the freaking promises that you make to yourself. You choose not to. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to make excuses. You choose to talk about what you're not good, what you can't do. That's the problem. Everything is a choice, and you choose not to fix it. A lot of times, we live in a trapped mindset. And we've been living in this trapped mindset for so long that we don't even realize that we're living in it. And a lot of times, we have convinced ourselves to believe that how things are today is how it's going to always be. And these are just the cards that were dealt. And it's just not fair. And I have no control over my life and the decisions that I make that could make my life better. But that's not true. You have the power to fix anything that's not giving you the results that you want. You choose not to. And listen, I used to live in a trap mindset too. I really convinced myself and believed that I was trapped at that 9 to 5. Remember when I told you I felt trapped? Remember that? I convinced myself that I was trapped and there was nothing I could do about it. But that wasn't true. I was lying to myself. I could have left. I could have got part-time jobs. I could have moved back home. I could have let the bank take my car and fixed my credit later. I chose not to because I got comfortable with the lifestyle. I got comfortable with Monday through Friday. I got comfortable with weekends and holidays off. I got comfortable with $60,000 a year. And I got comfortable with only having to work one job to make it. But I was never trapped at that job. I was never trapped. I chose to stay. I chose to do all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my life. I chose to complain and make excuses and throw pity parties for myself and feel sorry and woe is me. And I used to do all the things instead of the one thing that could have fixed it, which was leave. I could have been left. I chose not to. A lot of y'all believe that you can't fix it yet until you get more information. You believe that it's a lack of information problem for you. So once you just watch more TikTok lives and more YouTube videos, it all just makes sense and then you can fix it. But what if I told you your problem is not lack of information? No, it's not. Some of y'all are on information overload. You have more information than you even know what to do with because you're always on social media watching content. So trust me, it is not lack of information for you. Your problem is lack of implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. Which is exactly why I made the key word of this live, execution. Because you don't execute. You are the woman who talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who would rather complain and vent and feel sorry for herself than just get up and fix it. You are the woman who would rather procrastinate, go to happy hour, watch movies, scroll social media instead of fix it. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep living like that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. I don't have to convince you of that. You see it for yourself. Business, no business. Content, where? Confidence, -50. Self-respect out the door. You never follow through with any of the things that you tell yourself you're going to do. You talk to yourself crazy and you let other people talk to you crazy. At what point are we going to fix it? There are things about you that do not align with the version of yourself that you want to become. And the crazy thing is, that version of you who's confident, who loves herself, walking in her purpose, running her business, not caring what people think, that version of you, she's already within you. That version who follows through, she's already within you. She's just buried under the fear and the procrastination and the limiting beliefs that you have. But she's already there. She's just waiting for you to unleash her. But again, you're not going to unleash her if you don't change, because there's things about you that's holding you back. You have to change. You have to change. Year after year, it's you getting in your own way. And my question for you is, how much longer? Because I don't know if you know this or not, but you're not getting younger. You are getting older. You have allowed another year to go by, and you didn't do half of the things that you wanted to do last year. Time is moving fast, and you know that. I don't have to convince you of this. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say, wow, I cannot believe it is already 8:19 in the morning. Wow. I cannot believe it is already 2026. Wow. I cannot believe I am already 35 years old. You do that all day. So you already know how fast time is moving. You know this. And you still choose to waste it. Failing to realize time is your most valuable asset. Why? Some of y'all think it's money. No, it's not money. It's time, because you don't get it back. You are not getting younger. You are getting older. You will never be this age again. And then you feel entitled to time. Imagine that. Yes, you are entitled to time. You believe that you know for a fact that you'll be here 6 months from now. But my question is, who told you that? Who told you that you'll be here 5 years from now? You don't know when your last day is. But instead of you living every day to the fullest, you live every day with distractions. Imagine a life where every day you do what you love. Imagine a day where every day you feel good about yourself. You can have that. But you're going to have to change. You're going to have to change. And stop wasting time. Because you don't get it back. You never will. Stop wasting your time on people who not supporting you. Stop wasting your time in environments that aren't growing you. Stop wasting your time. Just stop. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow in my own journey, and this, ladies, this one's tough, but hey, it's the truth. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. So for those of y'all struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. I did not want to accept that. I used to always live paycheck to paycheck. I grew up in a single parent household, and all I knew was struggle because I saw my mom struggle the whole time. Didn't learn financial literacy, didn't learn budgeting or none of those things. Didn't learn living below my means, didn't learn that. Okay? So now I got a 9 to 5. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I can't make ends meet. So I'm like, okay, that just means I don't make enough money. Quit my job, made more money, still paycheck to paycheck. Like, how is that? Because your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. I didn't know how to spend my money. I did not know how to spend my money. I did not know how to put myself on a budget. I did not know how to live below my means. Whatever I wanted, I bought. And no matter how much money I made, I continued to live paycheck to paycheck. How the hell are you making $20,000 and $30,000 a month and still broke? I never used to understand how people could be so broke and make so much until I lived it. I had to fix it, or it didn't matter how much money I made, I would always run into the same problem. Ladies, your problems never just magically fix themselves. They get worse until you fix it. It got worse until I fixed it. My finances were a direct reflection of the choices I made, buying whatever I wanted, no budget, living above my means. I had to fix it. I had to change. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. Somebody say, Jazz, no, that's not true. I really don't make enough money. I done did the math. I do not make enough. Okay, fine. Fine. Maybe you don't. But your finances are still a direct reflection of the choices you make. How? Because times have been hard, ladies. This didn't happen last night. Food prices, rent prices have been on the rise in the US for years. And every day you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to make excuses. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to tell yourself what you can't do instead of just doing the one thing that'll change your entire life. Do it. Just do it. Fix it. Change. You are gonna have to change. These are choices that you make every day. And my question still remains, how much longer are we gonna keep doing what we're doing? Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's not how it works. You are gonna have to change. And look, I am not perfect at all. The version of me that y'all see today is a direct reflection of the changes that I've had to make in my own life. Complete 180, especially these past couple years. You know, I lost 100 pounds. And I did it the old-fashioned way. I just ate right and exercised. Kept it off for 3 years so far. I used to make excuses. I used to be full of them. I had an excuse for the excuse. Yeah. I used to procrastinate as well. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just do it later. But later never showed up. I used to be my biggest bully. I know you can relate to that. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. How could I be a successful entrepreneur when I'm telling myself I'm stupid? I couldn't. I had to change that. The things I used to say, oh, Jazz, you're so fucking stupid. What the hell is wrong with you? You could do better than that. No one's gonna want you. That's how I used to talk to myself. I had to change that. You're gonna have to change that too. Some of y'all can relate. The things you say to yourself is absolutely disgusting. And you know for a fact, you would never say those things to a child. But for some reason, you think it's okay to say it to you. No. That type of language is not okay. It's not funny. It's not cute. You should never be talking to yourself like that. At all. I don't care what happened. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, it would just all went away. No, it actually got worse. Ladies, I told you, your problems don't get better. They get worse until you fix it. See, at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, now I'm at home. I quit during COVID. Everything is shut down. I have nothing but time to drink. So I took full advantage. See, I just quit my job on a whim. I didn't have any money saved up. I had just bought a house, by the way. I only been in that house for about 6 months before I quit. Been at that job for 6 years, couldn't take it anymore. The shit was getting old. I quit. I just quit. I said, F you, I quit. Put in my 2-week notice. And I believe God planted the seed and told me, Jazz, the time to quit is now. So that's another reason why I quit. And my plan was I was gonna live off the stimulus for a few months. Now, I don't have any kids, so I didn't have that much. Right? I only had like $2,000, and my bills was more than $2,000. But the plan was I was just gonna kind of make it work, maybe delay some bills, set a payment arrangement, and then my business should kind of take over, and then everything will just work itself out. That was the plan, so I quit. So I'm at home trying to build my online business, doing all the things that you do, watching the TikTok lives and the YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Monetizations, contents, digital products. But it's not working because I'm not getting any views and no one's buying my stuff. And I'm getting mad because I'm running out of money. I told you guys, The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. I didn't want to admit to myself that I'm the reason why and I'm the problem, so I didn't. I let myself believe that I was being productive and doing everything that I can, when in fact I wasn't, because I was always drunk. So no, I was not posting consistently. No, I was not going live. No, I wasn't doing anything but sitting around, getting drunk, and talking about what I'm going to do. I'm getting pissed because I'm running out of money. And I'm getting mad at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. I already made a payment arrangement with my lights. I'm not going to have the money for that. So they're going to cut my lights off. Stressed. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're going to start the process of trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even been in yet for a whole year. I'm mad and I'm stressed. I didn't want to say that I'm an alcoholic. Who wants to say that out loud? I felt shame. I felt guilt. It was uncomfortable. So I just continued to lie to myself some more. I said and convinced myself that as long as I don't drink before 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because in my mind, alcoholics drink as soon as they wake up. So even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with alcohol, I don't have a problem. So there's nothing to talk about. Y'all, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But it's like you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself anymore. You can't keep running from God. Eventually, God is going to sit you down, and he's going to make you listen. And see, I believe God is within you. So you have a God within you. I have a God within me. But God is not at the church. He's within you. And so those ideas that you get, those are seeds that God gave you. That gut, that intuition feeling that you get, that's God talking to you. And a lot of times I've noticed we don't really want to listen to anything God has to say. We say we do. It sounds good on paper. It sounds good in conversation. But in reality, we really don't. We don't really walk with God like we say we do. Because if God plants the seeds, which are ideas, how many ideas did you have last year that you didn't even try? If God is telling us with our gut and our intuition, how many times did you go against your gut just to find out later you were right? It's like we never want to listen. But eventually, he's going to make you listen. And I'll never forget, I was sitting on my bed, I was just crying. I was like, I'm about to lose my house. Like, whoa, this is crazy. I was like shocked. I was like, oh my God. Remember, God asked me, he said, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years. Which is true, I had been. He said, the opportunity is literally right here in front of you. And you're just wasting it. So, what are we gonna do? I was like, okay. I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. But since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales. All because I decided to change. I started to feel good about myself for the first time in my whole life. I started saying nice things to myself. I started to feel good about myself. I started to have this confidence I never had before, all because I decided to change. See, a lot of times, what we don't realize, and what I didn't realize back then was, ladies, in order to get something, you have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. You can't have both. So, in order for me to get the business that I had been begging for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up fear. I had to give up limiting beliefs. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. Ladies, listen, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace my job. But I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, if you can help me make $45K, I'll make it work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this miserable ass job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty freaking cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subs. I was like, I don't know, 5K is a lot to me. I don't even know 10 people. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subs. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling bad about myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the version of me that I wanted to be, she was already within me. The version that's showing up for herself, who loves herself, who walks in her purpose, who only cares about the people that she's close to and not strangers. The person who follows through with the promises she makes to herself. That version, this version right here, she was already within me. She was already deep down inside, buried under the fear, buried under the limiting beliefs, buried under the procrastination, buried under the distractions. But I wasn't going to become this version until I changed. You're going to have to change. And yeah, okay, fine. Maybe change is hard. Maybe you're right. Okay, I'm not going to take that from you. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. But crying every day because you're unhappy is hard. Knowing that you want to do something different, but not even having the confidence to try is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck as life passes you by is hard. And you live like that every day. It doesn't have to be that way. I've done both. I've lived both hearts. But I would always choose this one. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with happiness. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. So you have to decide, which hard do you want? You can do anything that you put your mind to. I keep telling you, if you even thought the thought, that's because you can. And there's no limitations on your greatness, except the limitation you put on yourself. You're gonna have to change. You gotta fix it. For those of you guys who want to change, and I want to help you. Now, I can't help people who don't want it. And respectfully, why should I? If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, then fine, just keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change it, I want to help you change it. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. Everything you need is in there. You want to monetize your platforms, your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok, and get paid for views and all those things? Fine, I'll teach you. All of my platforms are monetized, every last one. You want to sell your ebook, or maybe you don't want to do an ebook. Maybe you want to do an e-course or a private community. Fine, I'll teach you. Whatever your vision is for your online business, I will teach you. It is all in there. There's no gatekeeping inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to go live. You want to convert sales onto live like how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. It doesn't matter what you want to do. I promise you, it's in there. I've been doing this for 6 years. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself, ladies. Inside Glow Up Academy, not only are you going to learn how to build your business, you're going to learn how to build your confidence, your discipline, your follow through, your accountability, your consistency. We're going to let go of the limiting beliefs. We're going to let go of the fear together. We're going to set some boundaries. We're going to stop people pleasing. We're going to heal. There are things about you and the things you have going on in this pretty head of yours that's keeping you stuck. Let me let you know what I know about you. If you have chaos going on in your inner world, your head, I already know you have chaos going on in the real world, in your external world. If you talk to yourself toxic, calling yourself names and what you're not good at and you're not worthy of this and that, I already know you have toxic people in your life right now. Your inner world is a reflection of your external world. You can't hide it. You cannot hide it. We have to fix that because it's getting in the way of you reaching your dreams. You had these ideas years ago and it's still not done because you didn't fix this. We gotta fix that. And Glow Up Academy is the space where we'll fix it together. Glow Up Academy is the space where we fix it together. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your business, and I'm going to teach you how to build yourself so that you can finally stop getting in your own way and become the version of yourself that you've always wanted to become. Okay? Now, before I let you guys join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Why? Because believe it or not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product, but no audience. Some people have an audience, but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock in on one. Ladies, I told y'all earlier, money flows where energy goes. Sometimes you spreading yourself too thin. You got 50 ideas you're trying to work on all at once, but nothing's getting done because the energy's all over the place. So together we're gonna choose your most favorite idea and we'll grow that. And once that one is growing and doing well, then we'll reach back into the pile and pull out your next idea and we'll grow that, okay? Some of you guys have no clue as to what you want to do, and that's fine. I'll help you figure that out. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. So that's why I cap it at 10. Also, I'm gonna set us a timer for 10 minutes, okay? I'm only here to help women who want change. I can't force change upon you. I can't pull your hair. You gotta want it, okay? So the reason why I set a 10-minute timer is because the women who want it, they move. They don't drag their feet and no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So if you know you want it, just move. Stop overthinking. Stop hesitating. The change you're looking for is inside Glow Up Academy. Stop talking yourself out of it. Because once that timer goes off, we're done. We are done, okay? Next thing, when you guys do join, please make sure you let me know before you get off of this live that you received your email. The email address that you put in, ladies, is where it's going. I won't know if you misspelt it if I don't know if you got it or not. So do not leave my live until you confirm to me that you received your email. I want to make sure everyone is where they're supposed to be. The email should be coming from Stan, and then the second email will be coming from me, Jasmine Spencer. That is me, okay? You're going to be getting 2 emails. Lastly, one last thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. Lifetime access. So once you're in forever. You always will have access to our live Thursday coaching calls. You will always have access to our Sunday resets where we talk about our goals for the week and do our book club, okay? You'll always be able to get all the things. We update every single week. There's new stuff in there. You always have it. It's forever. So the day you gone, okay? Because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, it's normally $5.97 forever once you're in for in. And people buy it. I had one woman join earlier this morning at $5.97. But because you were here, you took notes, you listened, you asked questions, and you promised me you were going to execute, I'm going to take the price down. But it will only stay down for 10 minutes. Once that timer goes off, we are done. So like I said, just move. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break it up and still get the discount and be in, okay? I'm gonna take it down. I'm sorry, guys, 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna take it down to $249, and it will stay $249 for 10 minutes, and then we're done, okay? Okay. I'm gonna show TikTok how to join first, and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different, so just kind of hang out for a few seconds. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Now this TikTok right here, this is my backup. So that TikTok does not look like this, but the link is still the same. Okay, I have 2 TikTok accounts, you guys, all right? So you're gonna click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ in the bio right at the top. And you click on this red button that says open. And then you will click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And here we are, $249. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll down, feel free to read all of my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. This is what I mean. What you put in is where it's going. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you and it inverts some numbers. Okay, so please quadruple check that. Of course, if that happens, we'll fix it right here on live. I'm not going nowhere, so everyone's where they need to be, okay? Enter in your name, quadruple check your email, put in all your information. You can use Afterpay or Klarna. Click Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving that first email. No, I have men in there too. Most of my audience is women, but I have men in there too. Come right on in. You are good. You are good. Come right on in. I have several men inside of Glow Up Academy. You should be receiving your first email from Stan, and then the second email comes from Jasmine Spencer. I need you to confirm that you received both. I need you to confirm you received both. So if you do not get that first email within 30 seconds, that means there was an email spelling mistake, but we'll fix it right here on live, okay? We will fix it. One last thing. For those of you guys who know you want more accountability, you know you want someone on you all of the time, I want you, instead of going to the first button, you're gonna click on the second one, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access plus the 30-day activation. It is a cohort, so you still get lifetime access to Glow Up Academy. None of that stuff changed. You get all those things. But in addition, you will be joining the January 26th cohort. Once January 26th comes, you cannot join. And this is only for people on live. You will be a part of the 30-day activation. This is where we meet. I talk to you. We are in communication every single day. Every single day. I am on you. This is how we start our transformation. For the men and women on here who know they want somebody on them. So if you want that added thing, you will click where it says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access plus 30-day activation. Click on that. It is $546. So you get the lifetime access inside Glow Up Academy, and you get to be a part of the 30-day activation with the real accountability and discipline. Every day, you hearing from me, okay? Same thing, scroll down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, click Start My Glow Up. If you don't need all of that accountability, fine, stay with the first one, okay? If you know that's what you need, more structure, more somebody on you, click on the second one. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you have to leave my live, YouTube, and come to my channel. Click where it says glowuploungehq.com. And then click on the top button for the lifetime access Glow Up Academy. And also, if you want the accountability and me on you every single day for the 30 days, then click on the second one, Glow Up Academy lifetime access plus 30-day activation, okay? And then here we are. Same thing. I need you guys to confirm to me that you received your email before you leave off my live. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll all the way down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and click Start My Glow Up. You can also use Afterpay or Klarna for that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and start the timer for the... Sorry, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and start my timer now. The 10-minute timer has started. Once you guys are inside... Hold on. Okay. Once you guys are inside... As soon as I get off of live, I hop right inside of Glow Up Academy to start speaking to you. Please make sure you respond to my message. I'm pulling it up now so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Once you guys are inside, then you guys will see an icon right here at the top. It's the inbox, and you'll see a message from me when you click on that. I need you to promise me you're gonna respond, okay? I know sometimes you guys are joining real quick because you wanna take advantage of the sale. That's fine, but before you go to bed tonight, whatever time you go to bed, I need you to respond to my message. So make sure you go to the inbox and click on it and respond. Okay, don't leave me on red. I want to know more about you, what you're struggling with. What have you tried? What have you not tried? What are your ideas, okay? If you're struggling with accountability, limiting beliefs, whatever it is, because we got to fix it. We're fixing it, okay? So I can't help you fix it if I don't know what we're fixing, okay? So please make sure you respond to my message. Now, once you're inside, click on the Classroom tab. Click on the Classroom tab, and click where it says start here. This is the welcome and orientation vault, okay? I have a 7-day orientation for you. It's very short, to the point. The videos are very short, but I'm doing this for a reason. Every day you have a small homework assignment that's getting you closer to reaching your goals, your business goals, whatever the goals are. The reason why I structured this like this is because I already know that you can do all of the things. I don't even need to know you to know that, but I need you to know that. And the problem is a lot of you guys don't know that. So every day that we start something and we finish it, no matter how big or how small, we are building belief within ourselves that we are capable of starting something and finishing it. And that's the belief that builds the confidence. And that's the confidence that you will be using to build your business, to not be scared about posting and what people will think, to not second guess if you made a good video or not, because you already know. Not second guessing if your product is good or not, because you already know, because you have the confidence. So this is how it starts. So this is why I need you to do this. Now, the beauty of Glow Up Academy is, ladies and men, you choose your path. You get to decide your path. Everyone's path is different. Okay, so maybe you want to start with your business. You know you want a business. Go to the Business Building Vault. I walk you through how to use ChatGPT and Canva. Especially for people who never use Canva, this is for you. I show you guys how to customize things, how to change colors, fonts, drag, drop, all of the things. So make sure you guys go in there. I also walk you through how to set up your LLC, your S Corp, or your C Corp, your business taxes, and your business credit. Okay? If you already have a product but you're struggling to make sales, go to the Marketing Mastery Vault. I walk you through how to build your audience, what kind of things to say in your content. Maybe you want to work on your mindset. You're not quite ready for a business. That's fine. Go to the Mindset Motivation Vault. Maybe you're struggling with lack of discipline, accountability, people pleasing, lack of boundaries. Putting yourself first. I want you to go to the Mindset Mastery Vault. Maybe you want to work on prioritizing yourself this year. In 2026, you want to put yourself first and not feel bad about it, and you don't know how yet. Okay, go to the Self-Care and Femininity Vault. If you want to build your Instagram Vault. If you want to build your TikTok Vault. YouTube Vault. If you want to be a faceless creator, go to the Faceless Vault. Okay, maybe you're healing from a bad friendship, relationship, familialship, whatever it is, but you know you're still holding on to some traumas, go to the Breakup Vault, okay? And for my faceless creators, Faceless Vault, okay? So that's the beauty of Glow Up Academy. You choose your path. There's no right or wrong way. So it's what's best for you, what feels most aligned with you. And no matter which one you do, remember we do our Thursday coaching calls on Thursdays, and we have our Sunday resets on Sundays. And also too, we have our new member activations on Tuesday. Okay, so we always have lots of stuff going on inside Glow Up Academy. So you always have access to all of those things because it's lifetime access. Now, lifetime access plus a 30-day activation, that's what I was talking about with daily accountability, check-ins. I'm on you. We gonna get something done. I am on you, okay? So if that's the route you wanna take, click on the second one. All right, I'm gonna start sending out the emails now, so bear with me. Karen, can you check your email for me? Karen, and where are we at? Scott, can you check your email for me? I'm not sure which live you guys are on. Please confirm that y'all received emails. Do not leave up off my live until you have confirmed to me that you got your email. Yes, I will show you guys again. Okay. TikTok, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile, good morning, and click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this red button right here that says open. And then here we are. Click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access for $249. And you want Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access and to be a part of the 30-day activation cohort starting January 26th, you'll click on the second one. Okay, to be a part of the 30-day activation with the Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access is $546. Again, you can use Afterpay or Klarna for that. And you cannot buy that later. This is only for TikTok lives because I'm doing something special with TikTok and YouTube live people. It's something totally different. Okay, so you can't get into that later. All right, I am waiting on these confirmations, ladies. Y'all know how we roll. Y'all already know how we roll. Do not leave up off my live. Karen, where we at? Please, y'all, don't do that. Okay, we have a few minutes left and then we're getting off. One thing for those of you guys who are on the fence, let me just remind you of this. What I know is this. If you were here and present, that's because I connected with you. I resonated with you. There was something I said that spoke to you. Otherwise, you would have left. But if you do not join Glow Up Academy, within a few hours, you are going to forget all about me and what I said, because life starts lifing. Do not let this be the end of our communication. The transformation that you're looking for, you can have, but you are gonna have to change. And you do not have to go through that process alone, okay? We have a few more minutes. I celebrate both my small and big achievements. I celebrate both of my small and big achievements. Yes, everything doesn't have to be, oh, well, you know, I did this great thing, so I'm only gonna celebrate this. No, I want you to celebrate all things. Remind yourself regularly how proud you are of yourself. Maybe you checked off something on the goal to-do list. Maybe you said, I was gonna drink water all day today, and you did it. Okay, so celebrate that. Not with food, but give yourself a pat on the back. Maybe go and, I don't know, go on a walk. Do something to celebrate yourself. All things, no matter how big or how small. You need to be telling yourself that you're proud of yourself. That's mandatory, okay? That is mandatory. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I believe in my dreams and my abilities to achieve them. What did I say? If you even thought it, that's because you can. And this is a lack of confidence. That's what this is. I need you to open your mind up to the possibility that maybe you're lacking confidence. Maybe you don't believe you're worthy of success. Maybe you don't genuinely believe that. Maybe you don't believe that you're worthy of wealth. Okay, well, that's a lack of confidence. So we have to fix it, because if you keep holding on to that thought, you'll continue to believe that you're not worthy of success. And so then therefore, you're gonna continue to sabotage yourself, because that's how you really feel. So we gotta fix it. That's why I keep telling y'all, our mindset and the things that we think. Listen, I'm telling you, it could make you have a beautiful life or a miserable life. I am a powerful creator of my own reality. I am a powerful creator of my own reality. Yes, I got you. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna leave the live. Come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, and it's already marked down for $249. Okay, and if you want the Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access and to be a part of the 30-day activation starting January 26th, then click on the second one, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access plus 30-day activation, and that is $546. You can use Afterpay or Klarna for both, okay? With the $546 option, yes, you get the Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access too, but you also get 30-day activation, okay? All right. Any more questions for me? I'm still waiting on Karen. She must have left. Ladies, y'all know how we roll. Please don't leave my live without telling me that you got your email. I want to know that you're where you're supposed to be. I really want to know, okay? All right, any questions for me before we get off of here? I think we have said enough. I truly enjoyed you guys. For those of you guys who did decide to join Glow Up Academy, I'm hopping in now. You'll receive a message with me in the next 5 to 10 minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, that was your choice, but do not be confused. You have to change. You have to change. And yeah, maybe change is hard, but you opted to not get support, and that's fine. But you do have to make some changes, okay? Make sure y'all follow me so you do not lose me. They do steal my videos, okay? And I enjoyed you guys. Have an amazing Monday, and I will see you guys later. Bye TikTok number 2, and bye YouTube.